Hi, and welcome to the Clinical Pharmacist Documentation Tool, CPDT, Clinical Pharmacist Key Performance Indicator, and rDTP Tracker. So the previous database has been split into two components to increase efficiency. So I'm just going to go through quickly how to use this new documentation tool. So log in your regular way with your name. And you can see here the screen looks quite different from what it did before. You can see at the top here there's a header where it summarizes sort of everything that's gone on, all your stats here. And then we have your site, your name, and then what ward you're on. If these details are incorrect, please contact your site or clinical coordinator and it can be changed in the back end. So you'll note here there's the clinical pharmacy key performance indicators, and they are in alignment with the national KPIs. So they're broken into 4 points. So we have medication reconciliation, pharmaceutical care, patient care, and medication education and counseling. So it is important to document your KPIs, ideally on the day that they're done, but if not, at least in the month that they're done for stat accuracy. So you can change the date here if you're documenting using these arrows, or you can just click the date and a calendar will pop up and you can use that. So starting at the top, we have medication reconciliation. So here you would need to enter the number of admission medrecs you've done in your day, as well as the number of discharge medication reconciliations you've done in your day. If you do use the BPMH, BPMDL tool, you do not need to use this to document your admission or discharge medrecs. If you don't, then you do need to use this tool. So let's say I did not use the BPMH, BPMDL database. I would use this. Let's say I did 10 medrecs and 2 discharges in a day. You can see they turn blue. They are being recorded. Next, we go on to pharmaceutical care. So this is our resolved drug therapy problems. And you'll note this points you into the direction of the right side of the screen, and this is where you enter your DTPs. It's similar to previous with a couple changes. So you need to enter your MRN for your patient, and change the date if you need to, and then the DTP resolved. And you can see there's the 7 categories. If you want further explanation on them, just click that question mark there and more detail will pop up that you can have a read through. So let's say our dose was too high for a drug. Let's just pick ciprofloxacin, for example, and then for our clinical significance, so you need to choose one of these categories. Let's say it's minor clinical significance, and it likely would occur. If you do have questions on what these terms mean, again, click the question marks and you'll get pop-up boxes that will tell you more detail. And then you need to indicate if the problem was managed in consult with a physician, which is the default, or independently by a pharmacist. If you would like to record a DTP for the same patient, click Same Patient. It will save this DTP, but keep your MRN so you don't need to retype it in. A new patient will record this DTP and then blank out the MRN so you can enter in a new one. You can cancel and close and go back to the main login screen, or save and close. So going back to the left-hand side of the screen, we also have patient care. So this is where you document the number of patients you've seen with a physician during interprofessional team and patient care rounds. So for example, let's say I talked about all my patients on my floor, and I put my 18 in there, and that's recorded. And then medication, education, and counseling is also another KPI that needs to be recorded. So this includes the number of inpatients that you've counseled and they've received education from you, the number of discharged patients that you've received education, and the number of outpatients that have received education, which is more specific to various clinics where they see outpatients. So for example, let's say I educated 2 inpatients and did discharge counseling on 2 patients. And then all you do is you can submit this, and I can also save and close out of my DTPs, and then I will have documented everything I needed to document. If you require you want to review your documented rDTPs, click this button here. It will take you to a screen where you can view all the DTPs you've entered. And if you'd like any blank worksheets to work off of, if you prefer to work off of paper and document in the computer later, clicking this Worksheets button will take you to all the paper copies where you can print them. Thank you so much.